The Temple of the Lion? We explored this place once before, didn't we? During the Storm Terror incident. Seems like it's now a hot spot for adventurers. That can only mean one thing. Looks like we can't go any further. We didn't bag all the loot last time!
Not to worry. Allow me. Those who wander in the dust, the wind shall send soaring sky high. Wouldn't gliding be faster? Here we go! Yeah! Don't blink! Hey! Let's play! Yeah! Speed of light! Brace yourselves! Think you can get away?
Hey, are those guys?
Teamwork is strength! Adventure time! Time for takeoff. Yeah.
I was so sure I was about.
To be fair, So, you must be Jack the Adventurer.
Yes. Who are you?
Actually, we came looking for you.
Ellen has a message for you. She said she won't be able to join you today to plan out your next...
Oh, I see. I feel bad you had to come all this way to find me, and then had to rescue.
Huh? I don't see what all the fuss is about. It was nothing that I, Stanley, couldn't have dealt with by myself.
Whoa! You are Stanley? You are that legendary adventurer? Renowned...
The very same.
I must say, it's an honor to meet one as a legend. Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back or head...
Well, I think you're now in the safe hands of Stanley. In which case, why...
Okay, motion passed by unanimous consent.
So, I'm guessing you mostly came here because you want to hear my adventure stories. Am I right?
No, we really were just looking for Jack.
What? Do you know who I am? I am Stanley, renowned adventurer of Mondstadt.
Yeah, I think we got that.
But your attitude says maybe you don't got that. I am Stanley, the living legend. Stanley who braved the Mangiavari.
Enough already! Ugh. Stop name-dropping yourself every time you open your mouth!
It's true, though. Stanley is the most amazing guy.
Well, Jack will listen, won't you? Where was I?
Harder reached the Merjavari, a famously terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
Precisely. There was a deathly silence in the air. A sea of ashes stretched out before us, as far as the eye could see. The Merjavari. Suddenly, my partner was caught in a whirlpool whipped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of him just in time.
Wow. So, did he make it?
Sadly, I alone was able to set foot on home ground once more. The gentle breeze carried away the tears welling up in my eyes.
That poor guy. How could that happen?
Jack, you can't cry so easily if you want to be a great adventurer.
I know. Because an adventurer's proudest achievement is to die in the course of their final adventure. But whatever happens, no adventurer should ever die in a place where the wind doesn't blow. The wind has to bring your spirit back to Mondstadt.
That's right. To die in a place where the wind blows, and to have your spirit carried back to Mondstadt in the wind. That's
Yeah. Although, the most I can aspire to right now is beginner's commissions. Like clearing out the slime and clogging up the sewers.
You shouldn't die in a place with no wind. Why do they keep going on about that?
Traveler, I believe. Could I ask you to use the Nernama detect?
What? Stan?
It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior. Covered. You're saying his imaginary friend is an interesting idea.
Please excuse me.
Bye, Stanley. Do you two still have time?
What is it?
A few days ago, Stanley got the weapons he took on his adventure. I don't know whether you believe. Since you guys are the experts at this, I don't know. Outstanding individual. If I can just get a hold of something impressive enough to show my family what I'm capable. Right now, I'm just a rookie. So, what do you say? Help a guy out? I can't
Aw, poor Jack. Venti, you coming
Oh, one other thing. I have a bottle of rare vintage wine that I had someone fetch for me a couple years ago.
Dadaupa Gorge, was it? Let's hurry. There's no time to lose.
churls. Are they holding some kind of ceremony? And what's with that pile of knickknacks? Are they worshipping them?
Seems so. That must be the Sword of Brilliant Valor, surely. Crush!
Nowhere to hide.
Judgment! I'm going in!
Lights out.
Hey!
Are you sure? Why would hilly churls be bowing?
Seems somebody tossed an old sword into a pot.
This is in terrible shape, and it's so big.
Say, Jack, if you saw one in broad daylight, you wouldn't bat an eyelid. Is valor not the same? When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless. Fades into the background. But when you're in dire straits, valor is the thing that gets you fired.
You're right. You're right.
Let's scout around.
There's somebody there.
Stanley? What's...
He's acting so...
What happened? Why did you stop him?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Just one of those Mora-spouting weasel thieves passed by is all.
What? Where?
Maybe another time. We have a shield to find, remember? Lo and behold.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. A chunk of scrap wood with the handle attached.
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah.
And yet, my bard's intuition tells warriors wear their battle scars with pride. And surely an intact shield is one that has shied away from the battlefield. Though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still they fight till the very end, till they have no blood left to bleed. Such men.
You do have a point. Okay, then. Well... Ahem. Well, okay. You take it from here. Hope you've picked up some hilly trillium by now. If not, there's always body language. Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all. Uh-oh. He did not seem to appreciate that.
Hmm?
Seems cheerful enough.
¿Mejilla en plata?
Oh, yeah! He actually get...
Guys, thank you so much. Mom, Dad, check out the legendary weapons I found.
Hey, wait! The wine! You promised! What are you doing here, Stanley?
Hey, what are you doing here, Bard? Fancy that, huh? You, out for...
Oh, that's right. An after-dinner stroll, to be precise.
Paimon's starting to think Stanley might be a... Did Stanley plant the sword and shield?
Adventurers must be pretty familiar with Dotto.
You better believe it. I can navigate this whole area with my eyes closed.
Wow. Then I admire your perseverance.
It's only to be expected of a great event. I'll get back to my, stroke.
Guilty conscience much?
Well, he shouldn't have gotten so careless. Although, on further reflection, someone who can't let go of the past and gives up on the present instead. I wonder if such a person was forced to take the...
What are you talking about?
I'm just musing to myself. Anyway, I propose we take a trip to Angel's Share tonight. Off we go! Let's light it up!
No one's joined me on an adventure in ages. Weather is not bad today. Oh, crud. I jinxed it. Now it's bound to rain.
You know, I'm glad I actually had the chance to come down here today. The tavern isn't overcrowded, and I couldn't be in a better mood.
Tell me, Stan. Tell me, what should I do?
Huh? Why does he keep repeating his own name?
Surely not. Even I've never heard tell of a second Stanley.
Oh, Stanley. It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Melchivari that day. Why won't your spirit come and stop me from using your name? If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day.
I think our friend really did make it to the Mare Javari, but the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner. The real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
Wait, so the only reason...
I fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. fear that Mondstadt will forget all of it. Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Madrivari. He's the greatest adventurer there ever was, and he lives on. Stanley will never die, because I am Stanley. I'm sorry, Stanley. Getting too old. Are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
Yikes! We're
Go away. Save your questions.
But...
Leave now. Don't make me tell you again.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find the sword and
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to...
That's wonderful! So,
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes. Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. Stanley, I'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more of your story?
Stanley's really fond of that kid, don't you think? Jack left.
Oh, I see.
Huh? All of a sudden you're facing the...
Just now, I couldn't bear to look at him. His adventurous spirit is so pure. Just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star, full of potential.
You're not a total fraud. Stanley's adventure stories and
Stories? Experience, to be honest, my memories of adventuring and that's my biggest secret of all. All these years, I've been living to tell his story. But his personality but the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land, where his spirit can never be recovered.
Exactly. Even in his memory. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as the...
I'm too old. I never let go. I'm completely and utterly worthless. No adventurer should have to go that way.
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know? The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
I can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down. But I think that I'm gonna be okay.
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can finally... This calls for a celebration!
And by libation, you mean...
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine, though. He promised me a rare vintage. I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly!
Huh? Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of... Incoming! Yeah.
You made it.
Just tell us where you meet next time. So,
Yep. Well, sort of. When actually it's just a half bottle of regular... This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet. It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, Old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane.
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon
That's right. The Tyrant of the Winds who once ruled from that tower was Decarabian, god of storms. Back then, I was but a wisp among the thousand winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind.
A tiny elemental being? Without a human?
Yep. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley. I took the form of a friend. In Old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told. Where a tyrant ruled, I met a boy not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky. He was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom. And we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Say, Paimon, do you wish...
Yes, of course. The suspense is killing Paimon. Now's the time you settle...
Getting a little... You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze, back to a song that I first heard from him. Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.